Finalmente siamo arrivati in Italia. I am here in Italy. We've made it to Lecce, the final little stop on this little whirlwind of a tour. And today I am shopping my closet for 3 looks that I found on Instagram, all beautiful Italian influencers, content creators, since I am currently inspired by my locale. So before jumping into my closet and shopping my closet and recreating these looks using what I already have, what I like to do is break them down into elements of style. So things like color and texture and proportion and silhouette. This way I can really decouple style from consumption. And rather than recreating things to a T and trying to copy someone's look or feeling like I have to go out and buy parts of their look, I can actually move that outfit from being items that I don't have in my closet to elements that I can style in my own personal way and use my own clothes to recreate. So I hope you like these looks. Let's jump on into the first one. Okay, our first look is by Claudia Besana. I really liked this look. The elements that attracted me the most to this look were that classic and very minimal overall vibe, but with that little sense of romanticism. These are all very classic silhouettes. It's a classic off-the-shoulder neckline. It almost feels a little bit ballerina-like. The silhouette itself looks like it's got a bit of a drop waist and maybe like a slightly flared or tulip kind of skirt hem. So this is really interesting. And then other elements of this that I really like and that speak to me are the all monochromatic sort of ensemble with a high contrast boot. So you could do this with neutrals like she's done here, but if you're someone who loves color, you could do a high contrast with primary colors or like a pastel and a really interesting bright color. You can really personalize the use of color here. She's kept her accessories pretty minimal, like a watch, a couple of rings, and that's it. Another element that I really like is this interesting mix of styles. So a very casual, almost rough kind of boot with a very romantic inspired skirt and top or dress. Okay, here's my first attempt at this look. I don't have a lot of dresses in my travel capsule, so I'm using separates, which is something that I prefer anyway. I'm going for the all black, which I love. So I've got my vintage shorts that have a really similar sort of balloon silhouette, and I've taken my menswear button up and converted it into an off-the-shoulder top. So I get that really pretty off-the-shoulder neckline, and I think I'm kind of creating that flirty hemline as well. For me, getting that contrast in the footwear, I thought instantly I'm going to use my sneakers, but I don't love how the sporty vibe paired with the separates really throws this whole look off. Here's what I ended up doing to get the tension. All I did was switched out the shoes, and now that sort of edge tension is coming instead from the shorts. So I think this is great. This is a look that I'll definitely wear. I did not need to go out and buy another dress. It's kind of amazing what you already have in your closet when you just give it another tweak, and I think this works out really well. The next look I really like is by Sarr, and this is another one that feels very soft and romantic, a little bit sexy, but still gives me the impression that it's pretty comfortable to move around in. So I'm really like leaning into this more romantic vibe, which is not at all like my own personal style. Maybe it's just summertime, really feeling it. The other elements besides this very like romantic vibe that I'm getting are a very interesting silhouette with a nice volume on top. The top she's wearing, even though we're seeing the midriff and it's tied, so we have like some nice décolletage, I like how the sleeves are really voluminous. So I like that interesting contrast between a little bit of volume on top and a tapered skirt on the bottom. And I also think it's great how the proportions have got the high waist and a shorter hemline. I also see here that there's a pretty high contrast, not only in the colors. We've got the light pink on top paired with like a pretty stark contrast black on the bottom, but the skirt almost looks like it's just like a simple jersey. So we've got a really interesting mix of textures, something very casual like a jersey or a cotton on the bottom with something a little bit more silky and rich on top. We cannot see her shoes in this photo, so I'm going to improvise, but this will be an interesting one too. My first instinct for this look was to really achieve that color contrast with the lilac lavender shirt and my short shorts again. This looked really cool in terms of the color contrast, but there's way too much detail going on with the knot in the blouse and then the, you know, the little tie at the neck. It's just way too distracting for the eye. And if all I do is just tuck the shirt in and use the little necktie as that sort of bow detail, it really doesn't work for summer. It doesn't feel very considered. So instead of trying to carbon copy the look exactly, I'm gonna try a different blouse. I used my more pared down and less detailed polka dot blouse. So I'm losing that contrast, but I mean, look, I'm not opposed to a dark outfit. I know it doesn't make as much sense in summer, but this looks a little bit better. I've actually worn this combo before and felt really comfortable in it. For the shoe, all I've done is I've kept it a little bit light. I wanted to lighten up this look a bit because my purse is dark, so I've just gone with like a really basic sandal. Because I'm showing my midriff and I'm wearing a short, I don't want the shoe to feel too sexy, so I went with something really functional that's still comfortable and that also gives a little bit of that color contrast, but in the footwear. I think this is a really good example of not trying to exactly copy a look and really passing it through your own style filters, your own comfort level, and of course your own closet, and using what you already have. And finally, you're probably not surprised to see a look from Shuria Glam, probably my all-time favorite Italian street style account. This look strikes me. There is so much going on here in terms of a mix of styles, like this kind of bohemian artsy skirt paired with very prim accessories like the slingback, really classic, really great structured bag. I think that's a really nice tension, and I also love the analogous use of color. This I know I won't be able to recreate. I have like negative color in my closet. I think it's just something interesting to appreciate and point out, especially if you have color in your closet. That could be something really good to play with. So when I say analogous color, I just mean colors that are closer to each other on the color wheels. So we've got like this tangerine kind of bag paired with these burnt oranges and burgundies in the skirt. I think it's fantastic. And then as for the silhouette and proportion, I think this is really great. We have some really good tension in the silhouettes. We've got this flowy tiered accordion pleated skirt, which has a lot of nice movement and flow, but because of the accordion pleats, they work really beautifully with this. It looks like a high neck kind of cotton stiffer blouse and that structured bag. I'm gonna have a hard time with this one, I know it. Let's jump on into my closet and see what happens. Okay, I am dying. I love this look so much, and I never would have put it together. I know it doesn't have that same beautiful like color play with the analogous textures that we saw in our inspiration, but it really opened my eyes to styling this dress differently. I never thought that my slingbacks would work with this dress because it was so voluminous, and I didn't think they could balance it out. The other thing that I would never have done with this dress is tied a little shirt over top of it. I always thought it was too voluminous at the waist for this to work, but all I did was make sure that the blouse I had on top had a little bit more of a boxy cut, a little bit of good give and structure though in the fabric so that it kind of sits just on top of the fabric. And I didn't tie the knot too tight because that would have really ruined the shape of the dress, whereas here we're still getting that nice off the body flow and movement. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you have a favorite look of these three, or if you think these looks are a hit or a miss. Like I said, every time I learn something about my own style, even if it is a bit of a miss, or every time I create a new outfit, for me it's a hit, it's a win, because I just got to figure out new ways to wear old clothes. So yay. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I hope you are having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another slow fashion video. Ciao!